asking what do for the clout. I'm one of the realest, the real ones can vouch. They thought I was done, but all I can doubt. You gotta pay money for this around. Salute when you see me. Put in the car to my runner gets you speedy. Still thugging like the days when they weren't here in my city. Made it out of the trenches. Just salute when you see me. Yeah, salute when you see me. I'm getting greedy. I blow to her budget on me. That's on me. I'm conceited. Treaty. Nah, that ain't how we treat it. This right here sound like a three-peat. I put the in it sound like I'm knee deep. I'm like, oh, you too needy. Me and HB going Juvie and BG. They gotta put my face on the box of Wheaties. I'm praying for whoever think they competed. Salute when you see me. That's all he ever, so that's how you greet me. I'm going TM 101 cheesy, and plus they got D2 on repeat. I'm with the love of my life in like 3 weeks, cause that's all I needed. She wanna go on a trip or retreat, but I'm sorry, I never retreat.
It's week 3 of the NFL, and the wait is over for this rivalry game. It's the Chargers and the Broncos, and it comes your way next on EA Sports.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And he won't quite make it to the 25. First carry for Austin Ekeler, who's a Colorado native. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. Well, that tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point. They continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks.
So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
They didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
These are his numbers from last week's contest. 22 carries, 91 yards.
And I'm eager to see how they deploy him in this game. Last week, a heavy workload. Do they decide to bring that down a little bit and try and keep him fresh? Or do they say, guess what? He's locked in. Keep handing him the football.
Running on first down, Ekeler. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. 2 yards the loss, second and 12. Jackson from the shotgun. Trying to force it to Allen, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 39. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line. After the interception, here's Wilson. And he will find his man Sutton. That's complete. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover. And they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a first and goal.
Touchdown! That's caught. Noah Fant, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Broncos on just 2 plays have taken the lead. Extra point from McManus is good. And that makes the score 7-0. They had the short field, and they made quick work of it. Just 2 plays to get into the end zone. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. The Charger drive about to get going. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they do the interception and finish off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
From the 24, Jackson. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll step aside and get a report when we come back to Denver. Jackson now off the bootleg. Rush coming, and he's taken down. That time, Bradley Chubb shooting in there for the sack. Hunter Nice-Swander on to punt now on 4th down. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. That's taken on the 25. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the Broncos take over, 1st down and 10. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. Early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice. But at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
The numbers for him from a week ago, 19 carries, 104 yards, and a score as well.
And the way they ran the ball in last week's game has to be satisfying to their entire staff because they're seeing not just a back gain big yardage, but they're seeing an offensive line really in sync.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's a handoff out of the gun. And not much running room. Down to the 32. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Well, this defense for the Chargers, much improved from week 1. They were terrific last week in getting their guys their first win of the season.
But we certainly had a nice conversation with the defensive coordinator, didn't we? And what we heard, I like what we did, but we definitely need more pressure on the quarterback this week.
On 2nd and 9, Wilson firing quickly, but it's incomplete. They need to get this to the 24 on 3rd down. Now Wilson. Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down. The kick by McManus is good. And that will make it 10-0 here in the first. So a touchdown on their opening drive and 3 more here, and it adds to their first quarter lead.
Yeah, everything's going according to plan so far because the offense has moved the ball, defense able to do their job, and here the special teams unit comes through with their contribution. A field goal to make it 10-0.
And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. And it's been a rocky start for them thus far. They had the turnover and then the punt on those first 2 drives.
So there is optimism because they've improved, right? Turnover, you just noted it.
Punt's better than the turnover.
The punt is better on the second one. Now they're hoping to turn it into first downs and hopefully points.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Jackson throws left side, complete to Keenan Allen. And some room to roam now. And he'll have it past midfield, almost to the 40 before being taken down. A big gain that time for the Chargers. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. They'll run out of the gun with Eckler. And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41. Charger football to start quarter number 2. 10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap. He locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
On third down, Jackson. He's going to launch this thing way downfield, and that is incomplete.
Love the idea, love the concept, but you got to leave a little room on the sideline so he can fade into it when he makes the catch. That was thrown too close to it for the receiver to make a play.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had a field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes after saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up third down. He's going to float this one deep right side, and unable to connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down. So they're forced to punt on fourth as this one's away. Oh, and what a play on special teams here. This is going to be down inside the 5, all the way down at the 2-yard line.
And he's got to be fired up about that effort. I don't think he could have walked down and placed it any better than where he ended up putting the football. That's excellent.
The Charger drive about to get going. Oh, and this is going to wind up a safety. Well, I think you can go ahead and give your punter an assist on that one. Pinned him deep, and the defense comes through with 2 points.
You're exactly right, partner. This was all set up by a great punt, and if the ball goes in the end zone, this never happens. So great call. Give the punt team and the punter some love.
So they will accept the penalty and move forward. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10, right at the 50-yard line. They go play action with Wilson. They're looking for Judy, but it's intercepted. Derwin James with a pick. And they will finally get him as he's all the way down near the 40-yard line. That throw, Charles, over the middle of the field, and a few too many bodies in there got picked.
That's a normal situation, too, isn't it? No matter how hard you try and spread the field sometimes, there's always going to be a traffic jam, it feels like, towards the middle. And if there's any type of a missed throw, or maybe the ball's tipped, or just too many bodies in the area, an interception can result.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Jackson now. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately, had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
From midfield now, here's Jackson, and this is going to be incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
Here again comes the captain of this offense, leading his crew back out there now. And what do you think's going through his head right now? Your team's winning, but you're not having your best game. That probably affects you even when your team is up.
You don't want anyone else to know it, but I think you're right. It bothers a quarterback because they always want to be the one to lead their team to victory with their play as well as their words. And in this case, he's got something he can fall back on.
And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. It's a big play there for the Broncos. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Gonna give this time to the tailback. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete. That time he was looking for Jerry Jeudy, and it's third down. Throwing is Wilson. And that will be incomplete.
That was well played, but that was also an example of a corner who understands his coverage, realized he had support behind him, and could be a little more aggressive in the shorter zone, and did exactly that, knocking that pass away.
No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
And as we see so frequently here in Colorado, that one over the inline, so it'll come out to the 25. Getting set to go again here on offense, Keenan Allen marches back onto the field. He's been good so far to this point in the second quarter. Need to get him even more involved, maybe?
I would agree with that. Definitely. Yeah, it's not even a question for me. The way he's playing, he's doing a nice job. Increase things. More touches, more opportunities. Maybe that can reverse things on the scoreboard for them.
They'll try to ratchet things up then maybe here in the second quarter. On second down, Eckler. He takes this from the 30 to the 34.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
And he is going to have the Chargers first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 1. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Oh, they go with a tight end carry. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
I know we can't hear what's going on in that huddle right now, but I'll guarantee you at least one offensive lineman is saying, my bad, we simply couldn't move them off the line of scrimmage. We've got to do a better job trying to root those guys out of there.
He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. A nickel set defensively for the Broncos here on 3rd down. A handoff, it's Eckler. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down. On is the Chargers punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. He'll send this one into the mile-high air, and it's a good one. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. That'll go as a punt of 32 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. He finds his man, complete. That's Hughes. And he will go out right near the 35-yard line.
Brandon, so many times we see the crossing route start as a quick hitter, but in this play, he had time in the pocket and waited for him to clear going across.
Throwing now, Wilson on 1st down. This one complete to Jerry Jeudy. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. To throw again on 2nd down. Wilson. This will be caught. Jeudy. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10.
Let's make this one simple. What a catch. Especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds. Toe tapping and, of course, foot dragging.
Little tap. And the pass is caught. Touchdown, Denver. Jerry Jeudy. Jerry Jeudy. His 2nd touchdown on the season. So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. McManus's point after is good, and the lead opens up now to 22 points. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Austin Ekeler and the Charger offense reclaims center stage. He's had a good chunk of carries. Problem is for very little success. I don't want to put it all on his shoulders, but that's a big reason they're losing right now.
Have to be very careful that he doesn't start pointing fingers. Offensive line obviously trying. The defense is doing a nice job against him today. When it's all said and done, it's all about the guy in the mirror. He has to get it done better going forward.
See if he can look and do some soul-searching now. And he almost had his second pick of the game. Probably should have. And he's frustrated as it falls incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Now Jackson. Incomplete.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go around.
Seems to be the front and the back. In pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. On is the Chargers punter now, as he's on for the 5th time here today. And yikes, terrible kick, headed straight for the sidelines. The Broncos going to get one more possession in this first half. And with great starting field position and one timeout in their pocket, they could still come away with points here in the late going. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. And this is incomplete. Oh, he had 6 points right in his hands, but could not hang on. To throw again on 2nd down. Wilson, he'll let this go deep for Sutton. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Now it's Wilson. He'll let this go deep for Sutton. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. He'll take the knee, and the final couple seconds will tick by in this first half. And we will skip the highlight show this week. Get right back to this Week 3 matchup. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Cost him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the... So here are the Broncos to take over on offense. They've won 2 straight, and they lead this one as well as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll start the 3rd quarter here on the ground. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Big Leonard Williams there on the stop. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Oh, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down. They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. From the gun, it's Wilson. And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. Uchenna Nwosu got the sack there. The Broncos send out their punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. So a change of possession here on the punt. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. Now we'll look at the Chargers offense. They get ready for their first possession of the 2nd half. On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. On the screen, this is Eckler. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the 2nd half.
And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. Out of the gun, Eckler running it. And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. Eckler going to get it again on 2nd down. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12. From the gun, Jackson. And this is caught by Williams. Touchdown, L.A. Mike Williams, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Chargers, they're able to cut into that deficit. Jackson here is going to look to throw. And he's got it for the 2-point conversion. So they tack on a pair more here to narrow that deficit a bit further. And the formula there on the 2-point try, they go 5 wide. Not even the option to hand the ball off. They got it.
They tried to create space, and there isn't a whole lot of it there. For the defense, what you're trying to do is make sure that if they're going to catch the ball, make them catch it behind you because they run out of space with the back line. But in this case, the offense figured it out.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play there, 2nd down. From the shotgun, Wilson. He's got his big tight end, Fant. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
Got a man. It's Judy complete. And he will have the Broncos first down, I do believe. Yes, he's got it by about a yard there on 3rd and 3. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's got this almost to the 40 before going out.
Yeah, they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Play action. Now Wilson. He'll fire one downfield for Fant. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
A deep ball down that right sideline, and he made sure that he put it where either his guy was going to catch it or no one was.
On 3rd down, Wilson. That's going to be caught by Judy. They find some open field here. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. It's a big play there for the Broncos. Hands it off out of the gun. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. A great play there. His second touchdown on the season. And the Broncos will add on to their lead. Extra point from McManus is good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. The Charger drive about to get going. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do. No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Here's Jackson. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. Well, this is where the mile-high air really starts to affect an opposing offense. Guys moving a bit slowly here. It's 3rd and long. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. First downs have not come easy, and neither have runs like this throughout this game. Absolutely not. He finally felt like, whoa, a sigh of relief. We got something going in the running game. First down, and they stick with Eckler. And after the good game last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage. Welcome back now to Denver. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. On 2nd and 11 now. Jackson. That's caught over the middle by Asiasi. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. Jackson from the shotgun. Wide open, it's Allen, complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract. That's complete right side to Asiasi. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. To throw again is Jackson. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 17-yard line. Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws. And the Chargers are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Now movement up front. I think they're going to get one of the Charger linemen. And that'll set them back 5. So from the 2, now they move back to the 7-yard line. 1st and goal. Jackson. And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14. A big loss there of about 7 yards on 1st and goal, so now it's 2nd down. Another try after the first down sack. Jackson. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. That catch good for 8, but still, it's 3rd and goal now.
Well, it certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense, and guys want to be involved. They can be in line.
And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, L.A. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Chargers have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And the lead will be cut down to 14. After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. And as we peer at the numbers, he got off to a struggling start, but since then really found his rhythm.
And I think that comes together with not just the halftime adjustments, but just that quiet confidence. If you just keep doing the things you've been working on, eventually there will be creases. You know, find those gaps in the defense, keep working on them, and maybe what didn't happen very well for you in the beginning of the game, it starts to open up as the game moves on.
Meanwhile, Wilson's throw into the hands of Fant. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44.
Well, that should be a reminder defensively, and I think it's a reminder to myself because you just can't sell out to stop the run. There's still enough time that this offense can move the football through the air, even on 1st and 2nd downs, and they obviously picked the right spot to throw the ball there.
That's a gain of 4 as we slip inside of 4 minutes left in regulation.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces, and I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And only able to get 2 here, stopped at the 30.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
Oh, he stays up. He'll buy some time right. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for 3rd. Well, when you've got a quarterback like this dead to rights, you got to make sure to wrap up. Instead, though, he breaks free and off he goes.
Yeah, and at the risk of sounding just a little bit trite, this is just a tackle that needs to be made. It's one thing when you've got a bruising 230-pound running back coming your way, but when it's a quarterback who's running for his life, your teammates will tell you, you've got to get him on the ground.
And the next-gen stats shows us the tale of how much yardage he was able to pick up after the initial contact. And McManus able to put it through, and that'll push the lead up to 17. So that not just important to the fact that it widens their lead, but really that was a textbook job of just hanging on to the football.
And we know all the time that coaches talk about time of possession. Sometimes it's a stat that doesn't matter much, but in this drive, it matters a lot. They want to reduce time and score points and lock this game down.
Now Jackson on 1st down. He finds his target, Allen. And he's got this almost to the 40 before going out. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Throwing is Jackson. Going back to Allen, he's got him again. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And shutting him off. Now open field. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case. Down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Touchdown, Chargers. A great play there. 29 yards. And the Chargers are able to close the gap just a bit. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And the lead is trimmed down to 10. The drive summary, 4 plays, 75 yards. So 2 scores down. Time definitely not an ally, but here comes the onside kick. And the Broncos are going to get the football. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. And to give this time to the tailback. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts as it comes with 1:04 left to go in the game. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. And he'll give it here to his running back. And a short gain down to about the 33. Chargers going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. Got to get to the 26 for a first. This is 3rd down. Now Wilson. He finds his man, complete. That's Hughes. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 12-yard line. First and 10 at the 12-yard line. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he stopped immediately there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll be taken down here, and that is how this one is going to come to an end. Well, I know at points in this one you wanted to close your eyes because of all the points that were being put on the scoreboard. You're a defensive guy, but it was a fun little track meet, wasn't it?
It was, and you know the people who really enjoyed this game? They're the ones that like going